There's arrows in the inside of the watch because her scenes are so vivid. They're super gory too. Hey guys, we are grocery shopping. Me and my family went out and bought a bunch of fresh vegetables. So our challenge this week is to see how long all these fresh fruits and vegetables will last us. We're doing high protein, low carb, low sugar, healthy things, healthy teams. Welcome back to another weekly meeting. They're so cute. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Idea to do homemade pho since it's super cold in Texas, and y'all, this hits so hard. It's so delicious. The cilantro, mint, bean sprouts, and like the spicy broth my mom and sister concocted. Tea. And then we got some veggie dumplings from like a local Asian mart. And this is my older sister's. As you can see, there's so many different like veggies in there, so it's still quite healthy with.
It's homemade.
Yeah, homemade broth, homemade
and chili oil. And the key is really the mint, cilantro, and bean sprouts and jalapenos. And the rest you can decide for yourself. Like, we didn't do any of like the boiling with the bags and all that. We just boiled us a good broth. And that's it.
See. And then my mom and older sister, my other older sister, made banh mi's, which is like a Vietnamese sandwich, right? But we used this bread that we got from, I don't even know, very, very cultural infusion here. But this is my mom and older sisters. They did banh mi's. It's like a Vietnamese sandwich. What meat did you do? The steak? She did steak, ribeye, then cucumber, carrot, celery, and then did you put like mayo?
A little mayo.
A little mayo. And then the actual bread we used is not like the traditional bread I think Vietnamese people use. We use this like bread, what is it called? Busteos, I think?
Yeah, it's 3 ingredients in it.
3 ingredient bread. So very still healthy.
Onions.
And celery. Onions too. Celery, yep. Super good. This is our dinner. Okay guys, it's a bit later. We are watching Frankenstein. The dishwasher's running and I'm prepping some roasted vegetables for the rest of the week. I did some broccoli, carrots, potatoes, bell peppers. I used to do this in undergrad where I'd make a big tray of roasted vegetables and eat it for the year, and I really want to get back into my meal prep era because I ate so much better. Right, so we're gonna get on our P's and Q's this 2026 with health, and it starts with meal prep. So I did those. I'm gonna show you how they look. The rest of my like veggies cooked quicker than my carrots, so my carrots are still in there, but these are the veggies. They're steaming. I also did some prunes. No, not prunes, girl. Some dates. No prunes. Prunes I have you on the toilet. But I did some dates. My mom did some dates the other day with melted dark chocolate, and she stuffed them with almond butter and then stuffed a few with walnuts. They were so good. I've seen this so many times on Pinterest where people are like date covered like Snicker, like this is my version of a Snicker. I don't think it tastes like a Snicker, but I'm allergic to peanut butter, so this is the closest I'll get with like a very sweet almond buttery type of dessert. So I put it in the freezer and I topped it with some sprinkled coarse sea salt. Okay, good morning guys. It's the next day. It's Sunday. If I look crazy town, it's because I'm in my closet right now. I have my outfit laid out for church, but I wanted to redo my closet because like the way I have stuff on my shelves just like doesn't match up. Like I have all my dresses and coats and jackets over here, and then I had all my tanks over here, so I'm swapping the two because I feel like I have more tanks and tops and stuff that need to be out here to showcase versus all my dresses and my jackets out here to showcase. Like I just don't think that makes sense, so I'm trying to do that really quickly before we go to church. Lord be with me. Alrighty, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Happy Sunday. Okay, my alarm's going off. I did all I can, but it's now time for me to get dressed and get ready for church. Okay guys, we are all dressed and ready. I just have on a gray turtleneck, a black pencil skirt, and then I actually have on gray stockings that I bought from the beauty supply yesterday because I was like, I really want a pair of colorful tights, and I've been seeing people wear colorful tights more and more lately, but I remember like growing up, my mom always had a nice pair of stockings on me, and tights and stockings are the same thing to me, by the way. I know some people make the differentiation, but you can get stockings in tight like material when they're thicker and they won't rip as much. And the beauty supply had a few pairs, so I'm trying out a pair today in the gray. I'll have to show you guys the packet. They were $1.99 because y'all know I like to put y'all into stuff that like I'm rediscovering. It's never I'm discovering, because girl, the world does not revolve around me, but stuff that I'm like rediscovering that I think y'all would be interested in. So I'm gonna get the tight pack that they came in, but they were on like this bottom shelf in my beauty supply store for $1.99, and I was like, girl, what? They had red, blue, so I got red, blue, then I got brown, of course, I got a navy, which is like the same as blue, I think. Like they basically look the same as navy. And then I got a taupe that I already said, and then I got a black, of course. So really excited to wear those. But this is just my makeup. Very simple. Just a little 1-2. Little concealer for my blemishes. It got cold in Texas finally, so we're whipping out the minimal makeup because all my foundation, concealers, they're for my summer color. I need to love my winter color more. I just look so washed out to me that it's like, it's rough, you know? But this is the pack. It's the Touch Ups Ultra Sheer Stocking, and they also had them in different sizes. You see that $1.99 tag? Okay. They also had them in different sizes. I got a regular, but they had up to a 3X, I believe. So if you are plus size, there also is sizes for you, period. And this is, like I said, it's just gray. Has the colors on the side and then like a visual. But this is how my outfit is looking. Please ignore, I told you, I'm really going through my closet. And then these are the gray stockings. I don't even think they look gray for real, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if you can even see the gray genuinely. And I also need to find my glasses. Okay, we're back home from church. Service was super good. I'm about to crank up some of my favorite tunes and finish cleaning up this closet. This is my little YouTube music playlist. I don't use Spotify anymore, and YouTube Music also comes with the YouTube Premium subscription, so it's like no ads on YouTube, but also gives you access to music. I'm not sure how much it is. My family and I have the family plan, but I know some people were asking about like Spotify alternatives online. YouTube Music is one of them. I feel like the music quality also, I don't notice a difference. But let's finish cleaning up this closet and the rest of my room because it's a mess, and the Golden Globes come on tonight and I really want to watch them. It's the next day. It is breakfast time. I did my Pilates workout. I woke up super early today, which is a blessing because I've been reading Proverbs, and Proverbs is quick to call you a fool that loves sleep, so doing better. I have some English breakfast tea. I added some agave and a splash of milk. I'm not a tea person, but since I've been drinking matcha almost for a month straight, I've been really interested in trying other teas, and we have like an extensive tea cabinet, but you hear some stuff cooking in the back, it's because I'm cooking up some apples with some walnuts and just some butter. I found another Pinterest recipe that I want to try out, and I'm trying to try a bunch of Pinterest recipes because I go to work shortly and I want to be able to pack some really yummy but like protein filled recipes. So I saw this on Pinterest and they just called it apple oatmeal, where it's just like oatmeal with apples and they have like Greek yogurt to the side. So I thought I'd try to make that this morning. My workout was like 37 minutes long, so I'm gonna need the carbs and the protein anyways. It was just like a Pilates sculpt with my normal Pilates lady. I'll have to link who I do in the description because I realized I've never done that for you guys. Okay guys, it's a bit later. I'm in my closet because I don't want to forget to show you guys my new work bag. I only want to show you guys it because it can fit my 17.5 like whole laptop situation. It is the Vera Bradley Miramar Weekender bag, I believe. I just decorated it with some pins and stuff, but this is the whole bag. It looks really big from the front, but from the side it's an appropriate, like, I think size. I was struggling to see what people were taking as their work bags, especially because I felt like nobody really be taking work bags. Like, I don't know if I'm just not on the side of like the internet where I'm getting work and professionalism type content just yet, but I haven't been seeing nobody talk about a work bag. So I bought this bag from Vera Bradley. It was really marked down. And so I bought it. It was not in the triple digits, okay? Not in the triple digits, that's what I'm saying. But Vera Bradley, was not familiar with their game. This is the first time I've ever purchased something from them, but it also can double as a travel bag. And y'all know me and my family like to travel. And I don't have like a bag that actually can hook on top of a suitcase, and this one does. So I was kind of wanting to get more travel bags anyway. So that's going to double for this too. If you're like, girl, why that look like a normal duffel bag? It actually is, but I'm going to be using it for work. But I also really liked it though, because like I said, it can fit my 17-inch kind of work like laptop contraption, but it also has this little padded strap here, so when I wear it on my shoulder I'm supported, because I was using my Jelly Melissa Telfar last semester in large, the color black, and I wanted to make sure I give you all those details because it worked well, but not for a 16-inch laptop. My 16-inch laptop literally was a perfect fit in that bag. So if you're looking to get that bag, just keep that in mind because it worked really well as a work bag. It was really professional looking. Really enjoyed it, but my campus it just gets hot, so the jelly like texture was starting to stick to me whenever it was hot, and it was just like not a comfortable situation. So I'm now using it as like a church bag because it can fit my Bible and everything in there. But this one is a nylon texture, and then like I said, it has this little pad to it, so it's a lot more comfortable on the shoulder. But also when I wear it crossbody, I feel like it looks a little bit more like professional than my other ones, and there's just a lot more room in this one. Maybe I should show you guys kind of the inner pocket. I'll show you guys the inner pocket. Hold on. So like I said, this is the front of the bag. I just decorated it with literally these are necklaces that I just hooked on it. I may take some of them off, but I just did that. But there is a hook kind of pocket in the back here. So this, I can probably fit my iPad. I don't think I'm going to be bringing my iPad to the office anymore, but I can fit my iPad back here and just like easily take it out. But then there's also this little pouch here and another strap. So lots of outside pouches and pockets for storage that the Telfar did not have. And then on the front, as you guys can see, I have my little planner up front here because there's just a little pouch in the front, which I'll probably pop my phone in there because that's just easy access. And then in the inside, it is actually quite roomy. So I have an inside pocket zipper here, and then I have some more pockets here. Like these are like kind of big pockets where you can fit stuff in. But now that I'm in my bag, let me show you what I have in it. I just have a little bag of tech stuff. I like to keep these in my work bag because when you're working long days in the office, you need all the chargers and stuff you can get. And then this is just my pencil pouches with pens and stuff. I'm a type of person where like if my manager, supervisor, whatever calls me in and asks me to do something, I literally will have them on pen and paper and write it down in front of them so I remember what they said because I'm not the type that could be like, okay, got it. Like I have to write it down. So I have like a pencil pouch, and I think I ordered some little notebooks to go in this bag because I think it was like a sale if you bought a certain amount, you got free shipping, and the notebooks didn't come when I ordered the bag, so those are supposed to be coming in today. And then I have this pouch that's just full of sanitary items. So I have deodorant, perfume, feminine products, lotion, lip balm, hand sanitizer. Then this is like my little pouch of, I have like a perfume oil. I got some Blue Magic for my edges. I have a little compact mirror. I have a little tweezer in there. And then I have another little body mist. Actually, I think I took out my old body mist and put this one in. This is Wild Vanilla from Bath & Body Works. When they had their little, because they have sales all the time. When they had their last little sale, I went in there with my older sister and they had a bunch of stuff that smelled super good in there. And I was like, I don't need no more full-size perfumes, but I do want some more minis for when I go into the office, because the last one I was using was the Anthropologie like mini vanilla, and I actually have been wearing that down, so I'm putting that like mini vanilla in my everyday purse. And I was like, okay, now I need to do a different one for my work purse, and this one smells really, really good. It's just called Wild Vanilla, and it just smells like a really good vanilla. That's the only way I can describe it. Then I have a little mini deodorant. I actually got these from, I think, Kroger or H-E-B, just a mini one, because I for sure be reapplying. I will wipe my entire underarm dry and reapply if I need to. No shame in my game. I don't know. I'm not gonna walk around smelling crazy. And then I got a little lunchbox from Ross. From Marshall's for $15. I put it in my bag just so I didn't forget about it, because last semester my lunchbox situation was a mess. I spilt stuff on my lunchbox. Like, I had this purple little square lunchbox, and that purple little square lunchbox that I had, I spilt coffee on it so bad, and I never had time to wash it because I went into the office like pretty like every other day. And I had a bigger yellow lunchbox that basically it just took up a lot of space, but there wasn't a lot of storage in it. Like a rougher fitting material that it just seemed like it would be a lot more durable, because my last two I also didn't want to throw them in the washer because I thought they would shrink because they were quite cheap. But this one, like I said, I just got from Marshall's, and I'll show y'all what I packed it with. I got this little Joey yogurt on the go. It was $5 to go with it, because I take yogurt in like parfaits. I took them so often last like semester, so I just got a little container. So this is, like I said, a yogurt one, and it has a spoon on it on the side and everything too, because I remember one vlog last semester I literally packed my whole lunch and forgot a fork, and then I had to walk to a cafe to get a fork, and I was so mad because it was windy and I had a skirt on, and then my skirt was blowing up. It was a mess, girl. So this come with a spoon, but then they also had this little what is it, cutlery set on sale for $2.99. I'm gonna wash it because I think it was marked down because the seal was off of it, but it just came with a fork, spoon, and a knife, and it's by the same brand. That's why they're the same color. So got this as well. This is gonna be my cutlery set that just stays in there. Also, probably is gonna be better for the environment because I'm not using a plastic fork every single time, because I was using plastic forks from my work office kitchen. Sure was, every single time. And then this actual lunchbox, I think this is the reason why it was $15. It came with two like bento containers. They say they were BPA free, so no chemicals sitting in it, but I'm still gonna wash these before I use them. But I said I'll probably put lunch and dinner / a snack in here because I'll be working pretty late, different hours, better chance to get more in-person office experience, so not complaining about that. Okay guys, hello, it is the next day. Woke up early this morning, did my Pilates Bible time. It's currently 4 p.m. and I've been watching Stranger Things all day. I'm trying to finish it before the semester and work starts back up, so excuse the lack of like fun activities. We've literally just been chilling, but I got in another CD for my CD collection. It's been fun to show you guys like all my CDs. So I actually got in this CD. This is Olivia Dean's Messy album. I actually listened to this Messy album when I was in college, about my freshman and sophomore year of college. I was listening to The Hardest Part like almost every single day for like a month straight. I have no idea why, and I just realized that it was Olivia Dean, so I've listened to this album a lot. This is her Messy album, which was released 2023. So if I started college in 2020, and she always releases singles, so it was probably my sophomore year of college, about 2022. So yeah, I remember listening to this a lot, so I got the full album for my CD collection. And then I also officially now have the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I was listening to this all day yesterday when I was reading Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. I'm also planning to finish that by the end of the week. I'm trying to do better at reading more Black classics, so I think I showed you guys the Black classics that I picked up. Did I not show you? hold up, let me show y'all. So when Barnes had a sale like first week of January, I went and I bought a couple of black classics there. So I first bought Passing by Nella Larson. I feel like I most definitely showed you guys these books, so if this is a repeat, I'm sorry. And then I bought Quicksand by Nella Larson, and then I bought a W.E. Du Bois autobiography, Up From Slavery. So I'm probably gonna try to read all of those by January, February time. And then I also need to finish All About Love by Bell Hooks, but I want to do better at reading more black classics. So with Parable of the Sower, I think I told you guys I started reading this a while ago. I only have 15 pages left, but this book is super gory, so I sometimes have to read and then just like take a break because it's really gory. But I think it's really important, especially as a black individual, for me to read black classics and just like see how people before me have interacted with the English language, because I got my degree in it and I'm now like technically beginning up working. I don't want to just like negate all the education I just got and like not still read classics and textbooks and things, because I feel like that's the joy of learning. But I also feel like when you get an education, it's not the point of just having the degree. I think in education you learn how to be a continual learner. And hate to take it to the Bible, but love to take it to the Bible in everything I say. Because like I'm reading Proverbs, and literally one of the main messages of Proverbs is like the difference between the wise and the foolish. But a lot of the things that the foolish do, it is rooted in an inability to unlearn habits that they've already created, and the wise are able to learn on the fly and listen on the fly and understand on the fly how to live a life that is acceptable in the name of God. But also it's really interesting, the chapter I read this morning, I think I'm on chapter 20. I don't mind, might not even be in chapter 20. I'm in the later half of Proverbs though. But the chapter I read this morning was just talking about how like there is no wisdom greater than God either. So it's like telling me a bunch about wisdom and foolishness, but also making sure that I don't like idolize wisdom either. And I feel like as a student, it's really easy to idolize knowledge and wisdom and getting degrees and getting PhD. And if you ever put that over the Lord, it's just going to be a really rude awakening, because at the end of the day, if I'm going grocery shopping, if I'm out and about, nobody knows that I have a degree. You know what I mean? Nobody cares about that. So to idolize your education and make it something that's more important than God to you, or to make it seem like it's a point of pride in your life, is something that I think the Lord has continuously like kept me aware of. And I don't know where that came from, but I just think it's interesting. Like anytime I mention like academics, sometimes I feel like I don't like to talk about it as much because I never want to seem like I'm bragging, but I then have to like remember that we are also in an age of like nobody really likes to like learn stuff no more that's based in like history. We like to learn about social movements and stuff that's happening in now, but there's so much to be gained when we look back in history and see, like when we're reading autobiographies of slaves and stuff like that, and we can see that like no, they were going through the same stuff we are, and like that is wisdom, that's lived experience knowledge that they're able to impart on us for us to be able to apply, you know what I mean? But I don't even know how I got to that rant. Okay guys, it's a bit later and I'm literally at my desk like a carpenter. I feel like I'm woodsmithing right now. Like I'm trying to essentially get a link, 4 links to be exact, off this watch that I thrifted, because it's such a cute, perfect like work. I wore it to church. It looks so good and professional and cute and classy, but it's too big. And so I found this YouTube video that showed me how to remove the link without like having the proper machinery, and you can essentially do it with a thumbtack and a mallet. And the man had his books like propped up a certain way. I tried that, it didn't work, but I think I figured it out. And so I'm literally trying to pry out a tiny little link with a thumbtack, and I'm praying my way through, y'all. So let's see if we can get it together. So far I got one link out. I don't know if you can see it. It literally is so tiny, you can barely even see it. And what really helped me do it, I used like fingernail clippers and I grabbed the tiny little like kind of nudge that I could get, and then I pulled it out with these. Like, it took a minute, but what I'm doing now is taking like a little mallet and a hammer and I'm hammering them out. So I'm trying to take 3 links out of this like watch because it's just too big. I wore it Sunday to church and it was just too big, like dangling on my wrist, and you couldn't even see the face good because it was turning around on my wrist. But I'm trying to do this like kind of quietly because it's 7 o'clock at night and this is the sound that this mallet's making. So I'm trying not to be super loud, so I'll have to check back in with you guys once, in Jesus' name, I've gotten all the like the links that I need out. That one caught my finger. This is the little ridge I'm talking about, and I'm just taking my clippers and you just pull it out like this. Whew. Okay, now I have to attach this back to my watch and try it on my wrist.
Making sure that is on the same side. And then you're just pushing through with your fingers.
Turns out I needed to take 2 more links out. It was still quite big on my wrist, but how I know which way I'm supposed to go, if you can see, there's arrows in the inside of the watch. So these arrows like tell you which way to go, and like the videos, like there's so many videos online that show you how to do it, but just know like there's arrows in the watch that like make it a lot easier to let you know which way you're supposed to be hammering and stuff. And I think that's like super cool. It's just making me think of Jesus and his like craftsmanship. Hey guys, it's the next day and I'm about to wash my hair. I did a little refresh like a week ago, so last vlog with you guys, because it was looking bad, but I didn't want to refresh it too early. But I'm going to be trying this 𝚬𝚗 Breakdown Clarifying Shampoo. I got this for Christmas, but I've been wanting to try a clarifying shampoo on my locks for the longest, so I'm going to wash with this first, and then I'm going to go with the rest of the 𝚬𝚗 products that I've been using, which is the Fresh Rinse moisturizing conditioner and then the Sucker Free moisturizing shampoo. So super excited to do that. And then I also got a new lock twist gel. Just wanted to show y'all all the products before I actually use them, because y'all know I'm bad at showing y'all stuff when I use it sometimes, but this, or explaining it, this is the Lock and Braid gel. This is actually I think black owned, black made by a black woman, but the ingredients, I think I took off the pack that had the ingredients on it, but there was a lot of oils in here. So there was like castor oil, rosemary oil, jojoba oil, a lot of moisturizing oils in here. And I've been noticing that around the front of my head, it's been super dry. So that's why I've been using my Blue Magic. I just put some on last night and I did my scalp and it's been growing in more. But I think it's been growing in more, but I just think during the winter season, I'm just going to need something more moisturizing. But prayerfully, this could be like my all year round lock gel. But also, I just realized with the addition of this lock gel, my entire like hair routine products, they're all black made. That's a testimony in itself, because what? And then for my mousse, I'm going to use the 𝚬𝚗 Mousse Def. This is the best mousse that I've tried. Retwisting our head, so now I'm gonna do the curls. I think for the curls I'm gonna use my perm rods. It's also 2 p.m. by the way, so finished a lot earlier than expected, thank you Jesus. But I'm gonna use the perm rods and roll them in the opposite direction. So instead of rolling them in, I'm gonna roll them outwards. I did that last time and I found that my curls actually lasted a lot longer with them rolled outwards versus in. I don't know the, theory behind that, but they did last longer. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do about 2 locks in each perm rod, and I'm gonna spray or do like 1 pump of mousse per every 2 locks. So let's begin. This doesn't take long. I'm so glad that I was able to finish this early. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm going to use the small gray ones in the front and then the bigger white ones towards the back. And this time I'm not going to roll my entire hair shaft. I'm going to leave about this much on each lock, or I'm going to leave a good amount on each lock that is going to be straight, and then I'll do the ends curly. Okay, y'all, the hair is rolled, and why is this kind of cute? Oh, I forgot to put mousse on the top of my head. I put mousse down the shaft of like where I put the curlers, but then I always put mousse in the center of my head as well, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna sit under the hooded dryer. We got our hooded dryer from the thrift store. It literally still has the thrift tag on it. We got it for $16, and that's what I use to dry these curlers. So 10 out of 10 would recommend checking your local thrift if you are a lock girly and want to do cute lock styles, because like the sitting under the dryer part is what makes, in my opinion, the hairstyles last. The mousse and then sitting under the dryer. Okay guys, it's a bit later. We've officially finished Parable of the Sower. It's currently 4:57. I'd say this read is actually a little bit scary. A lot of it scary. It's a science fiction novel set in the future, and it's just really scary at some parts because the author is very vivid in her writing. But I love the diversity of this book. There's characters who are Spanish and Black, Asian and Black, there's white people, there's like, I think there was even like mentions of indigenous people in here. Just like the characters in this book are just like extremely diverse, and like I wasn't reading this book ever thinking like, there should be somebody like this in it, because like literally next page or something, the person would pop up. But I think it was really interesting. It was set in the future, like I said, really dystopian, like kind of end of the world type of vibes. Got through it. I most definitely had to take breaks because her scenes are so vivid. They're super gory too, so this is not at all like an easy read. There's lots of trigger warnings in it as well, so I would say do your research before reading. Okay y'all, we got some Dunkin' this morning. Megan Thee Stallion came out with like strawberry and pineapple mango protein refreshers, and they advertised these and said that they were like 15 grams of sugar. They are not fully 15 grams of sugar. I think it's 15 for a medium. I got a small and it's 10, but there's also a lot more sugar in this per usual than protein, and I think that's just like the name of the game when it comes to like the protein drinks, especially from like places like Dunkin'. I know Starbucks has one, Dutch Bros, they all have like protein, and I don't know how I feel about putting protein in coffee drinks, but this one says protein milk. They added protein milk in it, and it's good. Like there's no aftertaste to it at all, but I'm just like, what do you mean by protein milk? Like like what does that mean? Like I don't even know. But it's good. It's good. Okay guys, we stopped for a little lunch. We're at Kava. I've only been here one time and I actually really enjoyed it. I can't remember what I got though. Okay guys, I remember what I got. I got the falafel crunch bowl, so I'm gonna get that again today. It was really good, and I'm gonna get a side of pita chips because their pita chips are delicious. Okay y'all, let me show y'all my Kava order real quick. My mama got me some boom chicka pop, and then I think I showed y'all when I got that Dunkin' refresher this morning, it came with a Megan Thee Stallion cup and it says hot girls run on Dunkin'. It's just a cute little cup, but with every Kava order I've got, this is the second time I've ordered from them, I always get their pita. Their pita is so good. Like I don't know what's in it, but it's so good. But this is the bowl that I got. This is how the bowl's looking. This is a falafel crunch bowl in it. So I think there is rice, lentils, slaw, pickled onions, lettuce, pita crunch, a lot of stuff in here, falafel, and then they will give you this specific dressing with it. It's this green dressing. I can't remember if I liked it, but I do remember that their garlic dressing was super good. So I'm about to eat this. I'm really hungry. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch another movie today. I watched Romeo Must Die yesterday because I actually can't remember ever seeing that, and I also watched the Diddy documentary. Okay y'all, this green dressing is actually really delicious. Actually really delicious. It has a little bit of spice to it, but like I said, the garlic dressing is my favorite, and I'm not a super huge big garlic fan, but the pita, so good.